Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So I'm super excited for today's video because it was actually a request, and the request was to do a review on the Owlet Sock. If you guys watched my infant essentials or my newborn essentials, I mentioned it in one of those videos. I don't remember, but I 100% think that it's worth it, but I didn't go into detail. So this video is going to be detailed, what the sock is, where to buy it, the pros and cons, and I will have it timestamped for you guys because I do tend to ramble a lot. So I'll have a timestamp and I will try not to ramble. So without further ado, let's just jump into this review. So in a gist, in my own words, the Owlet Sock is simply a smart sock that you place on your baby's foot, right or left, and it monitors their heart rate and oxygen levels while they're sleeping and gives you a nice peace of mind. But it is so much more than that. It is awesome. It tracks, they're sleeping, when they fall asleep, all that stuff, and gives tips, which we're going to get into the app features in a minute, but I will read off how it's described on their website. This is owletcare.com, and they describe it as the first baby monitor to track your baby's oxygen level and heart rate, the best indication of baby's health while they sleep. And it lets you know if your baby's readings leave a safe zone, you will receive a notification that lets you know your baby needs you. You can feel more confident, freedom, and peace of mind knowing that the Owlet is here to help keep you safe. I agree 100% because not only do we have the baby monitor, but you tend to constantly look at it. At least I did. I don't know if it's because I'm a first-time mom or what, but I would always zoom in on the baby monitor, like, okay, do I see her back rising up and down, or do I see her belly rising, depending on if she's sleeping on her stomach or her back. But now with the Owlet Sock, I can watch her and then also check the app and make sure all her vitals are good. And I love the sock. You can get it at Target, Bye Bye Baby, or owletcare.com, which is directly from the site. So in the Owlet box, you get 2 pairs of socks. One is for stage 1, which is 12 pounds and under. You get a right and a left, so you can alternate when one's dirty, or if you just want to alternate for fun. And then you have sock 2, which is 12 to 30 pounds, which means your baby is going to be able to wear this all the way up until about 18 months or 30 pounds, just depending on how fast they gain weight. So you will have this for a while, and it is a great investment. Also in the box, you get the base station so you can charge your sock, as well as the smart sock sensor, which you just easily put inside either sock and you're good to go. So you get quite a bit in this little box, and it's nice that you get 2 sets of socks as well as one for the right foot or the left foot. So now we're going to get into pros and cons. I'm going to start with the cons first because I only have 2 and I have way more pros. So the cons, obviously, let's address the elephant in the room, is the price point. But hear me out. If you decide to put it on your baby registry at Bye Bye Baby, you can do group gifting, which is awesome because everyone can just chip in a little bit of money. And then if you order directly from the site, you can pay $24 a month. Let me double check. Yes, $24 a month. So that's not bad. We heard about the Owlet Sock and we debated back and forth whether to get it. And I was like, this is so expensive. No one's going to get it for us. So I didn't put it on my registry, but her grandparents actually got it for us, which was very nice. I should have just put it on the registry. But had I known, if they didn't get it and I just watch reviews, I would have known I could have got it directly from the manufacturer itself, and we could have did monthly payments. But nonetheless, we got it and I'm happy. My second con is the false alarm. So if you do not put the sock on properly and make sure that it's secure, when your baby is wiggling around, it's gonna come off and the alarm is gonna go off. And the first few times it made us so nervous because we're like, what's going on? And at the time when we first got it, Malia was about 2.5, 3 months. So she was in the room with us still. So we were like, what's going on? We're literally right here. And it was because she was moving a lot and it came off. So as soon as it comes off, it lets you know. So it can be scary, but if it comes off and you don't know, and you think your baby's okay the whole time in the middle of the night, and God forbid something happens, it's very scary. So you want to make sure you're putting it on securely, but if not, it's gonna let you know. And then trust me, once you get those false alarms enough, you're gonna make sure it's on securely. So now let's talk about the pros. And I already mentioned it, but you can do group gifting or monthly payments. So I think that's awesome. You have 2 great options to get this stock if you don't want to spend or you can't afford to put $300 down at one time. Next is just simply the peace of mind of the heart monitor and the oxygen monitor, because Malia loved to sleep on her side, and you're supposed to lay your baby down on their back, but she did not want to be on her back. She did have acid reflux, but once she became a little more mobile and was able to start turning over and fall asleep on her side. Like, I think I have a few pictures of her sleeping on her side, and she was only like 2.5, 3 months, maybe 3.5 months. So it was very scary for me because I was just like, oh my god, SIDS, this is a big chance that it can happen now, like this is the window. So I was just overly paranoid, you know, my first baby. I just wanted to make sure she was okay. So the sock helped because even if she did fall asleep on her side or eventually turn over on her side, I knew that she was okay because I could simply just check the app. And then she started being able to roll over at 2.5 months, so she would be sleeping on her stomach and she would turn her head but not quite enough, so we would always end up kind of waking her up because we would put our hand on her back and stuff just to make sure that she was okay and getting a full breath and getting enough oxygen. So the Owlet Sock help with that. And also, you know, newborns, they how you have to plunge their nose because they are like very nasally or congested, just have a lot of mucus from being in the womb so long. She wasn't getting like that deep of a breath or a full breath, and we were very nervous that she had asthma already because that runs in the family. So the sock could just help with that because we just knew that she was okay. The other thing I love about the sock is not only does it track the oxygen levels and the heart rate, it also lets you know how long it took your baby to go to sleep. It tracks their sleep patterns, when they have deep sleeps, when they have, you know, short sleeps or they're not in that deep of a sleep, when they wake up, how many times they woke up, so if you don't hear them throughout the night. The other thing I love is that it fits perfectly under pajamas. So once Malia started being able to sit up on her own and exploring more, she loved to take the sock off and give us a heart attack when we were out here. So what I started to do at night is just put her in a onesie or like those foot pajamas, and it stays, it fits right under there perfectly. She can't get it because she would see the light and would sit up and want to just play with it, so now she has no access to it, and it is perfect. It fits. We would swallow her sometimes. She had the sleep suit. It just fits under everything. It's perfect. My next pro is that it has a very long battery life, which is awesome because as your little one starts to grow older, they're sleeping longer throughout the night. Malia sleeps 12 hours a night, like 10 to 12 hours a night, usually about 11.5 hours on most days, but if we're really lucky, she gets 12 hours. So that's awesome that the sock battery is lasting that long. It has a 16-hour battery life and it charges so fast. So she'll wear it all night, and by the time she wakes up and I throw it on the charger as soon as I get her out of the crib, when she's going down for her first nap, it's charged and ready to go. It only takes 90 minutes and that's her average wake time window. She's like almost 8.5 months, so it is becoming like 2.5 hours, so it's on there longer. But when she was staying up for only like an hour, hour and a half, it would be charged so quickly and it would just last throughout the day for all those naps. And when we started sleep training, it made it so much easier because I could go back and look at the information. Okay, how long is it taking her to go to sleep? Am I laying her down too early? Do I need to do some more stuff to, you know, help her wind down? Or is she going to sleep right away at like 2 minutes after I put her down? And it just lets me know her quality sleep and everything. So I love it, I love it, I love it. All right, guys, so that was the last pro. We're gonna switch over to a voiceover and I'm gonna walk you through the app and show you all the cool, I can't talk, and show you guys all the cool features. Alright guys, so let's go into the app. It's connected to the base, so I will show you guys her vitals while she's taking her nap. And she has 113 beats per minute, 97% O2, everything's normal, connected to the Wi-Fi base. Sock battery life is 16 hours, which is great. And yeah, everything looks good. Heart rate's going back up. Now let's look at her history. Last night, it showed me that it tracked 12 hours of sleep, and right now she's been napping from 9:14 to about 10 something. So it gives a pretty good accurate description of how long she takes her naps. And then yeah, it gives the breakdown right here. Her sleep quality last night was great. It took her 7 minutes to go to sleep. Her longest sleep segment was 10 hours, so that's really good. And then it's tracking when she had deep sleeps, light sleeps, when she was actually awake, so you know the window of how long she was up before she went down. Her oxygen levels, every 10 minutes it updates, so it showed me all that. So the sock placement issue comes from her being very squirmy, especially in the morning. High heart rate happens when I'm feeding her and she has the sock on. And then I just want to show you this little tab down here, which is a guide. It gives you a little fact about your baby each week. She's currently 37 weeks old and I love it. I look forward to the fact every week, so I thought that was cute. Okay guys, so that was the app. So cool. I love it, and I still love playing around with it. Even though she is sleep trained and we know her patterns, I still like to go look and just make sure she's having a good quality sleep. So I just want to leave you with my final thoughts, and that is, It's 100% worth it. There are payment options, so if it doesn't fit your budget, you know, put it on your baby registry, offer group gifting, or just try and make room in your budget for $24 a month, because you cannot put a price on peace of mind. And I have seen so many stories with parents, well, not so many, but a few, of parents saying that their sock saved their baby's life because God forbid something happens. So you don't want it to come down to that kind of scary scenario, but God forbid it does, at least you have the Owlet sock, because that minute or two can make a huge difference. So like I said, you can't put a price on a peace of mind. 100% worth it. And we sleep so good at night because we have the baby monitor on my phone, I have the app on my iPad, and I'm just like watching both. We'll look at her and I can see her on the baby cam, and then Steve can also see too. He'll just go on my iPad and look if I'm asleep, because he's kind of like a night owl. He'll be able to look, and you know, we just sleep so good and have such a peace of mind that she's asleep in her crib, I'm out here doing the dishes and stuff, and even though I'm watching her, I know that she's 100% okay and is breathing right, getting full breaths, and her heart rate is good. So yeah, that is my review on the Owlet sock. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know any other questions that you have in the comments down below. I'll make sure to answer them. If you guys want to see any other reviews on baby products, let me know, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz, and I will see you guys next week. Bye guys.